Hey guys, this is Bruno, and I'm bringing you my pen deck profile for second place on UK Games Expo that happened last week. I would like to start this just to give a shout out to Team EXT, which is my team, and to Louise, our sponsor from Project EXT. Without both of those groups of these people, this wouldn't have been possible. The story of this deck is kind of funny because I took Bojack to the day before. That was a singles tournament, but the the day went so bad that because I was also planning on taking Bojack to teams, but my team, which was myself, Dav, and Slane, we decided that somebody else should play a yellow deck, or even myself should play a yellow deck instead of Bojack, and the deck should be Broly, Height of Mastery, Victory Strike. So I told Dav, you played that deck, and I'll just take the pen deck that you took to singles because I had some experience with pen. So Dav gave me the deck, and the only changes that we made from the singles to the team event was taking the body change GNU from his list on Friday. We took the Harmony from the main to the Harmony Energy SSB Vegeta from the main to the sideboard and put the body change that they were on the sideboard. So during the day, it was myself, Dav, and Slane. I sit in position A, Dev in position B, and Slane in position C. I was playing pen. Dev was playing Height of Mastery, Broly, Height of Mastery, Victory Strike, and Blaine was playing Kid Ku with blue. You guys probably already seen their lists. One interesting thing was we decided to put myself in seat A because I had access to Aru and minus Kili Zone. Well, not I have access to, but they would play very well in this deck. And we also thought that in position A there would be a lot of yellow decks, so Broly's, yeah, any kind of Broly, so decks that win fast, and that turned out to be a very good thing, as you'll see in the matchups in a moment. One interesting thing, or one thing that I would like to say also, is that Dev was actually undefeated with this deck in singles, but he won 2 and drew 2. So he wasn't able to make top cut, but it's just an interesting thing. So just to go over the matchups, I started against Broly BR, and I won. Then I played against Kid Ku Blue, and I drew that one. Then I played against Kid Ku Blue again, and I won. Then I played against Broly BR, and I won. This one was against a friend of mine from Nottingham, Jack. Then I played against Kid Ku Red Yellow and won. So at the end of these 5 rounds, my team was 5-0. So we were first undefeated on Swiss. And at this point, we knew that EXE had 3 teams on the top 8, so we were really happy with it. We took 4 teams, and we had 3 of them in top 8, which was nice. Then when quarter started, I played against Kid Ku Blue, and I lost. So it was my first loss of the day. And then on the semis, I played against Broly BR, and I won that one. And in the finals, we played against another EXT team. I played against Sandy, and unfortunately, I lost. And so we got second, and they got first. So all in all, we went 7-0, and then we lost in the finals. So it was a very good day for us. So now talking a little bit about the cards and some specific cards, I guess, that are more controversial or that people might play differently. I'm not going to talk about all of them because Pen is a deck that's been around forever. I'm just going to touch upon some of the cards. Mainly, or to start, Saiyan Kaba. In my builds when I played Pen, I tended not to play a lot of Saiyan Kabas, but Dav really liked it because he's a much more aggressive player with Pan than I am. And throughout the day, because I was sitting to his left, so he was in the middle. We got to discuss some lines, and I started to realize that actually the inclusion of Sand Kaba in this deck is very good because it gives the deck a lot of versatility. It lets the deck aggro from out of nowhere. If you don't have the Sand Kabas, it's a little bit harder. And actually, just something that I can touch upon now, we're not playing Foos, we're just playing 2-time Patrol Trunks. So Sand Kabas also do that role of just a 1-cost double strike that come out of nowhere. It was an overperformer. I didn't expect to like it so much, but I really, really liked it. Then the other one that I would like to talk about is the Vegeta Agent of Destruction. This card is in the deck when you have to charge Zeno. Dav really likes the card. Or thinks that it's a good card for the deck because it wins a win button. I never got to play it. I always charge it or combo it. So I'm still a bit iffy on the card. But I think it has a place. It has a place. It just if I had to change any card or move any cards around, this would be probably the first I would move. After that, we played Body Change, as I mentioned at the start. We changed the harmonic to Body Change, and I did play it a couple of times. It was okay. Also, I wasn't very impressed with it, but yeah, I think it's good to have in the deck, this one. The other card that I want to talk about is Frieza Army Reborn. I just got to play it once and I lost that game, but it was because it just had 3 cards in hand when I played it. I thought, and I attacked before that. I attacked with a critical, and I thought, okay, if he was at 4 at the time. If he has a negate, he's going to use it maybe, and then I'll play the freeze and take out the other negate if he has 2, and then I'll attack. But when I attacked with a critical guy, he didn't play a negate, so I thought, okay, he either has none, which would make just the Freeze Army Reborn a win, or he might have 1 and he's saving it. When I played, he showed his hand and he had 2, and then he just on the correct back, he just killed me. This was against the Kid Ku on the semifinals or on the quarterfinals, I mean. What I liked about this deck, as I mentioned a little bit, was the sideboard. The sideboard came clutch on so many games. We played against Broly BR 4 times or 3 times, and then against Broly 8 of Mastery 1 time. So 4 total Brolys and 4 total Kid Kus. I just played Brolys and Kid Kus all day. And against Broly's, the 4 Aruharus and the 2 minus Killer Zones would come into play, and I was able to go from having no cards in the board to just have like 5-6 cards in the board by just playing like 2 or 3 Aruharus, then Awakening, then playing Chain Attack, playing these little dudes. It was just amazing. The Fu Shrouded Mystery was against Janem. I didn't play against any of them or against either other slow decks. The Chronoas against Shugesh, obviously. Planet M2s against Kid Kus, and the Harmonic Energy SSB Vegetas against the Goku FRs. Talking a little bit how the deck performed in the matchups. So as I was saying, I just played Broly BR and Kid Ku mostly, and then I played against Sandy in the finals against that other Broly 8 of Mastery. I really found it interesting that the matchup against Broly BR, it's really different. I think if you are playing first or if you're playing second. If you go second, you probably have to play a little bit more defensive, or you play a little bit more defensive. You play more for the Shane Zeno play, and you don't put anything on the board because you don't want to leave them fodder for their leader ability, where they sacrifice their own creature and kill one of my creatures. So you want to make him work for every step in the chain, and you just try to after image technique, You just try to out combo the small attacks, and when they go for the big ones, you try to after image technique, and then you Zeno, and you go from there. After that, you Zeno, you awaken, and you at that time they will have like 4 life, 3 life, and then they just have 5 cards in hands, and they play a lot of extra cards, so it's kind of easy to beat from there. When you are playing first, though, it's interesting because uh, it goes to their turn. So you play nothing, and then you pass, and then they play the green Broly. They take 2 life, they attack you, and then when it comes back to you, you have the opportunity to go on the offensive, because if you get them, if you play like a Saiyan Kaba or 2, or intensifying power and Saiyan Kaba, and you get them to go to 4 or 3 life, they need to kill you next turn, because otherwise when it comes back to you, you have a lot of opportunities to go for the kill again with chain attack Trunks, because on and mainly on game 2, when you already have minus killie zone, you can, and Haruarus, you can do a lot of explosive plays that it's really hard for them to stop. Against Kid Ku, which was the other matchup I had, I felt like I could set up a chain attack Zeno that could put us in a even footing after they drew a lot, and they had their board assembled, and from there it was a case of them finding all their pieces quickly or not. And even when there was a couple of times that they did, and I was still able to win by putting a lot of pressure after the Zeno. So it's again trying to change Zeno them, and go from there. It's mostly what this deck tries to do, is sits a little bit, tries to get them to commit and to do all their things and get a lot of an advantage, and then you just flip it around and reset the game. Um, so I think these are all the things that I have to say about the deck. Oh, then I played against Sandy in the finals, and I was just bodied. The first game, there was no chance I could win. The second game, I made a mistake. I was already. It was like 12 hours, 13 hours there. I think I could have. I don't know if I would have won that game, but I could have changed Zeno. But I didn't see the line of play to do it, because it involved discarding all my hand. It was something really, really weird. But yeah, congratulations to EXT. We took first place on teams. We took second place on teams. We put another team on top 8. We took first place on singles. It was just an amazing weekend. To finish, I would just like to also to give a shout out to Nottingham, to the Dice Cup, and to everybody that came to the convention. Um, yeah, it was a very good day. People from Nottingham, from my locals, people from EXT. It was awesome to meet everybody. It was the first time that we met, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.